It's mixing heritage, arts and STEM subjects, so science, tech, engineering and maths, to empower women of all ages to get involved with those subjects, learn a bit more, and maybe go on to a future in those subjects.
We've done this Girl Codes in various guises over the last few years, starting off working with Bolsover Castle, and now this year we're working at Hardwick Hall. So the aim is to work with heritage partners across the area to engage girls, young women, but boys as well, in female heritage stories, to build up those role models, delve into history, bring it to the 21st century, with some creative activities as well, just to empower and inspire people and reinterpret heritage sites that in a way that's meaningful to them.
Each site is just inspiring different things. You know, we've got light with Hardwick Hall, the embroideries, Margaret Cavendish, we had poetry and atomic poems, and who knows with Creswell Crags or Plesley Pit, or, you know, there's brilliant things.
Usually these projects start off with a tiny idea, and it could come from one artist or a group of artists, and then it just grows. And I think Cora did the pilot out at Bolsover Castle, and I was blown away because I just thought, why can't we tell the whole town? Why can't we tell the whole of the UK what's happening? Because that night it was only, and this was pre-COVID, so that night it was just the children, the girls from the school that did the coding, and their parents were invited, and a couple of guests. And they lit the castle up with their work. And it put shivers up your back looking at it. It was amazing. So we thought, oh, why can't we open that up? So they've done an amazing job to make that little pilot project grow to this.
It's inspired by the NASA Mars rover. So when that landed earlier this year, it had a parachute. People noticed there was a code in there, a message. People uncoded that, and it was their motto, "Dare Mighty Things." So we're coming up with our 3-word motto today to code and hide for other people to find.
I've written a message and it starts at the middle and then it goes round, and there's a bit there where you draw it in, and then I started to paint it in.
Amazing.
So it first kind of starts out basically invisible and kind of green, and then when it comes out it turns this colour.
Amazing. So we can't see it at the moment, but you know what it says when the time comes for it to be revealed, is that right?
Yeah.
We've got people from 6 to 83 today, and they've come from, you know, Derbyshire, but Nottinghamshire, South Yorkshire.
We'll be doing this all over again in what we will call year 3, with another heritage partner. So we'll have taster activities, drop-in workshops that they can come to on site, and another Curiosity Academy next year. So we have a project website,
thisgirl.codes.
thisgirl.codes, so we encourage people to look at their or find us on social media as well.
Yeah.
This Girl Codes UK.
I think it's the old stereotypic thing of women sewing. You see knitting groups, embroidery groups, and everybody thinks, oh wow, it's amazing once you get underneath these, the amount of projects that go on through textiles. And to bring, I think, young people in, I'm not going to say girls, but young people to do that and look at different ways of how through art that can help your careers. I think too many people get shied away or persuaded not to go through arts, because you look at these guys here, they're project managers, they've learnt how to finance through art, put the projects together, and it's the history, they've learnt history, and that's all through an art project. So it's I don't think anybody who's got a creative mind should be discouraged from taking their career further.
It's really lovely and interesting, and it's glad that I'm not the only one who wants to code.
Is that what you want to do in the future and long term?
I don't really know. It's very interesting though.
It isn't over. We'll be working with our artist who's behind us to bring all this work that's been created today together into a final piece. Now, we're not quite sure what that will look like at the moment, but given that we've been inspired by the Noble Women embroideries within Hardwick Hall, it's likely to be a textiles piece, and that's going to be exhibited here at Hardwick Hall as like the 6th Noble Women embroidery. So again, bringing all that collaborative work together, that people behind us have been working on today and exhibiting it to wider